What's up, everybody? It's your boy TGK back with another one. Today we're about to react to the homie Mr. Mavericks Digest himself. Oh yeah. We're about to react to his latest video today. I'll save you the details as far as what the title is and all that stuff. Enough of the fluff. Let's get straight to the stuff. All right, man. All right. This video by Mr. Mavericks Digest himself, it is titled The Dallas Mavericks Difference Maker. All right. Dallas Mavericks Difference Maker. Let's go ahead and let's check it out. See what the hell he talking about up in here. Who is this difference maker? And let's see what he's talking about, man. Let's check it out.
The Dallas Mavericks difference maker may not be the first player that comes to fans' mind, but he will be a difference maker if he can improve in this one area. The Dallas Mavericks have done a great job this offseason so far, not having to do too much, but still making an impact and improvements upon the roster. And in our last video where we talked about Derek Lively and how we can fix the issues of him and AD on the floor together, we spoke on how the Dallas Mavericks did a very poor job at shooting the three ball last year. We finished dead last at the end of the season, and we can't have that problem going to next season. And one way we can tackle that is improving our three-point shot across the board.
Hey, he ain't lying about that 3-point shot. The other day when I was doing when I did the stream, I want to just show Marcel's face like that. Hold on. So the other day when I did my stream where I was talking about, you know, the Mavericks and their shooting woes and how they might be an inside out team and, you know, not having elite shooters on the squad might pose some issues as far as how they would like to go about, you know, approaching the season. But yeah, bro, they don't have much shooting. That is a fact. And when you look at it, Clay's your main elite option. PJ was pretty good last season, but he's not like a volume shooter, you know. And then Kyrie was your other guy that could shoot like that. So when you trade away, you know, talent, it's gonna make 3-point shooting harder, especially when you don't got a creator like. Anyway, let's continue.
But not only does Derek Lively need to start taking a few threes, but Max Christie will be the difference maker if he can improve on his three-point shooting as well as his defense. So in this video, we're going to take a look at Max Christie, see how well he played last year, how does he rank amongst all the Mavericks last year in three-point shooting, and why this is a bigger issue than some people may think.
Derek Lively taking threes, I'm not sure I'm with that yet. Solely for the simple fact that I do not know if he could do that right now, right? Like last year was supposed to be the test run per se, where Derek Lively shooting threes. I wouldn't mind it. It's just with AD shooting 28%, Derek Lively, is he gonna shoot 32% or is he gonna shoot under 30%? Because if that's the case, you don't want to have two bigs out there that are shooting below 30% from three, right? Like that's an issue. And then Max Christie, I guess Marcel might have some stats here for us. So let's check that out.
How's it going, everybody? My name is Mark. In today's video, we're currently
Let's speed it through. Love you, Marcel, but I can't. You know, we gotta get to the stuff.
The worst attempts, the least amount of attempts in the league with the worst percentages. Now, obviously, we dealt with injuries. Everybody was hurt. Kyrie was hurt, who is one of our best three-point shooters, and we'll get to that later in this video. But AD was hurt. Najee missed time. PJ, who did improve on his three-point shooting, he also missed time. Obviously, with how all the injuries went last season and the weird lineups we had to throw out because we were one injury away from the forfeit games, yes, a lot of those stats and those categories look very, very bad, but that doesn't mean we can't improve. And without Kyrie Irving, we're missing a good chunk of our three-point efficiency and scoring. He shot 40% from three on 7 attempts a game last season. We are going to be without that for the majority, or at least for the beginning part of the season, for the first half at least. Yeah. Other players will have to step up. Now, of course, we have Cooper Flag, but right now we don't know what his three-point shooting will look like, as he only made 2 or 3 in Summer League. That's obviously Summer League.
How many? What do y'all think Flag's 3-point percentage is going to be? I have no idea. I have no idea because, you know, I don't know how many open shot attempts he's gonna have, and I don't know how many shot attempts he's gonna have to create off the dribble. Like, is he just gonna be a pull-up 3-point shooter in transition? I don't know.
But in the regular season, we will have to wait and see.
I'm gonna say for the sake of having a percentage out there, I'm gonna say Cooper Flag shoots 31% from three. Let's keep it going.
See what his 3-point shot looks like. And obviously we have Klay Thompson, who is a good 3-point shooter, arguably probably our best right now, and a few others, but Max Christie will have to improve. In a conversation I had with a dear friend of mine on Twitter, @KidMuse, we spoke.
Salute to Kid Muse, man. He was a part of a pretty awesome podcast that I did on this channel called Life After Luka. Yeah, go check it out, man. He was also given front court seats by Mark Cuban. That's pretty cool too.
About how not having a certain player could be the reason why our 3-point shooting is just abysmal, and that player is Quentin Grimes, where obviously Quentin Grimes was a great player for the Dallas Mavericks, provided good hustle, good energy, a great score and 3-point threat when we need him to be. And we eventually had to trade him. Didn't have to, but we did trade him for Caleb Martin. Not the same production. And if you've been following all the news across the entire NBA this summer, it is in a way a good reason or a good thing that Nico did trade away Quentin Grimes. Now, obviously, I would like to get something of equal value in return, and I have to attach a second-round pick to trade away Quentin Grimes. But when Quentin Grimes went to the Sixers, he was absolutely balling out, shooting the lights out, dropping 40 bombs, 30 bombs, left, right, and center. Yep. Something that we desperately could have used with all the injuries that we had. And although we did have another player ready to take his spot in Max Christie, at least right out the gates, it didn't look like we're really getting that much back. If we take a look at this right here, just to compare the two players, obviously Quentin Grimes did a lot better last year.
Hold on. So Quentin Grimes, damn, in the head. But for the season, 14. Let's go straight to the 3-point percentages. Max Christie shooting 36%. Quentin Grimes, 38. Box plus minus. Christie is a minus 2.5. Quentin Grimes was a plus 0.4. VORP? Hey, man, look, if the VORP ain't a positive, I don't want you on my team. No, I'm playing. Effective field goal percentage. Yeah, Quentin Grimes was balling last year, bro. We got to give him that. But also Max Christie, he's young as hell. Let's keep that in mind as well.
Than Max Christie, it's not really much of a comparison. And when you look at the points, the rebounds, the assists, the steals, blocks are pretty much the same. Shooting from the floor, Quentin Grimes shot 46, Max Christie 42. Quentin Grimes shot 38% from three, Max Christie only shot 36. Thankfully, Max Christie is a good free throw shooter, arguably probably our best free throw shooter, as the team is bad at free throws. But
Hey, I'm not going to take no more Kyrie slander for Marcel, okay? Kyrie is the best free throw shooter on this team. Kyrie probably is the best 3-point shooter on this team. Kyrie is. Let me stop all this Marcel slander. Let me do the look like he doing.
I just can't agree that not having Quentin Grimes definitely hurts. That production, that ability to score, especially when we have injuries, because the Sixers had injuries, and out there in Sixer land, Quentin Grimes was really hooping. But in hindsight, it is kind of a good thing that we traded him, as if you've been keeping up, Quentin Grimes is looking to try to get around $25 million a year on his next contract. We are not paying that, nor were we going to pay $25 million a year to keep Quentin Grimes. I love Quentin Grimes. Schoolboy Q, he was great for us. But $25 million a year, that's not happening. I mean, that's more than we're paying Najee Marshall, more than we're paying Klay Thompson. We have a lot of team-friendly contracts, and that just wouldn't work. Although, yes, the production of what he brings, is it worth the value? Yes. Does it fit in what we're doing? It just doesn't. But the 3-point shooting is something that we desperately need. If we take a closer look at Max Christie from last season, for the Dallas Mavericks, he averaged 27.3 minutes per game, and in those minutes, he averaged 9.6 points, 3.3 rebounds, 1.9 assists, 0.4 blocks, 0.8 steals, 1.1 turnovers, and 1.1 fouls per game, shooting 42% from the floor and 36% from three. Not too bad for a role player. Obviously, he's not someone that we're going to lean.
Oh, hold on. Marcel, you left out some key data points right here, some key information here that could help you in identifying whether Max Christie is a better role player than he should be. It says down here at the bottom. Y'all see my mouse? Yeah. He shoots 0.38% on corner threes. That's damn good. That is damn good. But 95% of his threes are assisted. My God. Now, ideally, they're not. That's not bad in the scheme of things. If like, you know, if you're gonna have an offensive engine to be able to get him those open shots, i.e., you know, one of those elite, you know, guards that could, you know, create and get you wide open shot. Anyway, but we traded that. So who's gonna get Max Christie these wide open shots? I think the only way this does happen is going to be based on an inside out kind of offense, unless they play a 5-out offense. I don't know. I don't know if they're there. And Cooper Flag, maybe he could have like a hockey assist that gets him those open looks. But you know, I'll let the video continue. But 53% of all his shots are threes. 53% of all of his shots are threes. That means he's not even getting the option to take it to the basket and create anything else. So maybe we need to get a little more creative with the Max Christie offense, unless he's just going to be a spot up and shoot kind of player, which is kind of bad, because you're just kind of like keeping him at a certain, you know, typecast type of role player, you know?
Not too bad for a role player. Obviously, he's not someone that we're going to lean on and depend on night after night. More so Klay Thompson, as Klay is our starting shooting guard. But this upcoming season, Max Christie is our backup shooting guard. And let me just say right now, we don't have a lot of shooting guards. We have Klay Thompson, we have Max Christie. Yes, Jaden Hardy is a shooting guard. I don't care if he plays point guard. Jaden Hardy is a shooting guard. But after that, you get into the territory of players that can just be interchangeable. You have Najee Marshall, who obviously can play the two. You have Dante Exum and D'Lo, who obviously can play the two. But our full-time shooting guards goes Klay Thompson and Max Christie. And if you look at Klay Thompson's production...
Hold on. Does Marcel have a robot vacuum over here? Like, what is this on this bottom right corner over here? I see you got some Kyrie kicks. I see... What is this? Autobot? Is that a transformer? Transformers. Got Kyrie Irving and stuff. But is this I wonder if that's a robotic like vacuum. Huh. Let's continue.
Compared to Max Christie's production, it is a pretty significant fall.
Then you got a PS5 over here. I don't know, bro. Marcel, we gotta do something about this setup over here. Like, we're gonna have to put the TV on the wall. We're gonna have to like we're gonna have to put the jerseys on the wall without the hangers. You know, make it look a little cleaner. You get what I'm saying? He's gonna hate that.
We talked about fallouts last year when we looked at PJ and then Maxi Kleba. You want to make sure that gap isn't too far from your starter and whoever's coming off the bench. And if we don't want to lose Max Christie, if Max Christie himself doesn't want to lose minutes or lose his role to other players like Najee Marshall, D'Angelo Russell, other players who can do his job better, then we definitely want to see an uptick in those threes. Just take a look right here. If you want to pause and take a look, these are all of our players from top to bottom in three-point shooting. At the top is Dante Exum. We're not really going to look at that. He took 2.7 attempts a game, only played 20 games. But
thank you.
Kyrie Irving is at the top. He shot 40% from three on 7 attempts a night. We don't have those attempts anymore. Someone's going to have to shoot the ball more. And if you look a little bit lower at Klay Thompson, who's number 7, he's also attempting 7 threes a night, shooting 39%, which is very good, obviously, but we need more from other players. Jaden Hardy did have a run last season where he was the league's best three-point shooter for about 3 weeks, and then he went back to being Jaden Hardy. PJ Washington, he did improve his three-point shooting. Max Christie, who's right below PJ, he shot 36% from 3 on 4.7 attempts. And I might be a little bit overzealous when I say this, but I want to see Max Christie take the same amount of threes as Klay Thompson. He took 4 a game last season. I want to see 7 a game this upcoming season. We know that.
I think that's a good way to look at it. And sorry if I'm looking like I'm leaning back, because I'm trying to think, and this helps me think. So Klay Thompson got 7. Let me see. Let me go back here. So Klay Thompson, he was playing, 27 minutes a game, and Max Christie was playing 30 minutes a game. So Max Christie was playing more minutes than Klay, and maybe because these numbers might be a little bit skewed. I wish these numbers were based on like Maverick numbers. But I don't think Max Christie was averaging that many minutes as a Maverick. But I don't know, that would be interesting to see. I don't know if shooting more will help or make it worse for Max Christie, but him taking 7 threes, Christie taking 7 threes in the NBA and say he's shooting like a crap percentage, it's gonna wear very, very thin immediately. Like fans are gonna revolt pretty quick if he's not producing, you know. So I don't know how long or short lived that experiment could be, but it's a, it's a little risky. That's all I'm saying.
Max Christie is not just some young player who has potential, but he's never going to reach it. We saw Max Christie's potential when he joined the Dallas Mavericks. If we take a look right here, just in case anybody forgot, career games with 15 plus points. Well, in the 154 games played with the Lakers, Max Christie only had 7 15 plus point games. But in the first 6 games with the Dallas Mavericks, he had 6 15 plus point games. Now, some of those games, we were a little bit more healthy. We had Kyrie Irving, we had Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, so he was able to be less of a threat or have less attention on him from the opposing teams. And then we also saw after those games, he came back down to reality as we had more injuries, more players were out. So obviously Max Christie was getting targeted more, getting more attention from defense. There was no one out there with gravity like Kyrie or Anthony Davis. So there are many reasons why his production definitely fell off, but it did fall off, and we need to see that improve next season. Coming off the bench for Clay should be seamless. Once Clay goes to the bench, light up the floor, shoot the threes, attack the basket, which we saw he can do very well. But on the other end, he's a great defender. And one thing I want to see, another step for Max Christie, is just good on-ball defense. One of the things that seems to be our number one issue is point of attack defense. Of course, we have Najee Marshall. We have D'Angelo Russell, who's not that bad of a point of attack defender. Max Christie can also be that point of attack defender if we allow him to be. 27.3 minutes last year. I don't know if he's going to get those same amount of minutes. We have Cooper Flagg. We have D'Angelo Russell. We have other guys coming in. I don't want to sit here and say that Max Christie's role is being threatened and that he's going to be pushed to the end of the bench. But if he wants to keep his role or even have a better role, a better future once when Clay's gone, then we got to see these numbers improve. And like I said the other day, the Dallas Mavericks are one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the league. And just to go over the article, for the entire of the 2024-2025 season, Dallas shot 36.4% from 3, 15th in the league, and on 34.2 attempts per game, 26th in the league. And these numbers only dipped at the end of the season. From March 24th, when Davis returned, until the end of the regular season, Dallas shot 33% from behind the arc, 25th in the league on 27.3 attempts per game, 30th, dead last in the NBA. Like I said, Kyrie Irving takes about
that kind of tells me what the Mavericks may do next season. Because it's basically the same team. It's not like this is a brand new team. It's the same, you know. So if they were already like worse in shot attempts and shot percentage with AD back, you're not getting Kyrie back anytime soon. I feel like this might be the same. So that's what I think. They're gonna have to discover a new identity. Maybe play inside out. Maybe just be more efficient with taking closer shots to the baskets as opposed to threes. I just don't think you have enough release valves to be able to kind of open up the court. While Cooper Flagg is going to be a good rookie, D'Lo is going to be a good facilitator, AD is going to be good. Again, you just don't have an elite playmaker to take advantage of defenses to get a Clay open, to get a Max Christie open. So it's going to be interesting to see. I think what we saw last year, we might see a little bit more of it this year because we really don't. The Mavericks really do not have any 3-point shooting.
Threes a game, shoots at 40%. There are 7 more threes to be taken by somebody, and I truly do think that Max Christie should be taking more threes. Take 3 more. You took 4 a game. Let me see Max Christie take 7. Let me see Max Christie develop and take that leap for the Dallas Mavericks. We're a very deep team, but there's no point in having depth if that depth can't contribute, if they can't produce on the floor when certain players are out. We saw last year the next minute mentality of these players. It's real. It's there. And I do believe that Max Christie will be the difference maker for the Dallas Mavericks. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think that...
All right, check this out. Check this out. So I'm going to do a really quick... breakdown of Max Christie's stats, say maybe over the last 10 to 15 games of what he did as a Maverick and what he shot. So let's get to that. All right, so here you see regular season. Let's go last 15 games. That's a good enough barometer, right? Christie. So Max Christie, over his last 15 games, played 28 minutes per game, 10 points per game, shot 40% from the field, and 33% from three. Yikes. 33% from three. Let's do a part 36 and see what Max Christie would have been doing the last fit. This last 15 games is a decent enough barometer size, knowing that he had a lot of playing time. So on a per 36, he would be averaging 13 points per game, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, and a -2. Yeah, 33% from three on 5 shot attempts. Nah, I don't know, Marcel. We might have to revisit that, brother. We could do post All-Star, right? We could do post All-Star and base it off of that. Let me put it on regular per game. If we do it on regular per game and put Christie in here. So Max Christie post All-Star break, bro. 9 points per game, 38% from the field, 33.9% from three. 88% from the free throw line on 1.6 attempts. He's not taking it to the basket enough. 4 rebounds, 2.3 assists, 1.4 turnovers, not even a full steal, not even a block, a -3. I'm about to tweet you this stuff, but yeah, that's not looking good. That's not looking good right there. I don't know if that's something you want to do and rely on a Max Christie to kind of get you going. You know what I'm saying? All right, man, it's been your boy TGK. Hopefully y'all enjoyed that episode, this video here. It looks like my lighting. Maybe do I need to fix this? Bring some more light in here. There we go. Hopefully y'all enjoy that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do y'all want to see Max Christie take more shots? I don't know how I feel about that, if that's what they want to go and that's the direction they want to go. But anyway, man, y'all go check out Mavericks Digest. Not like you're not sub to him. If anything, y'all need to sub to me. Y'all need to like my stuff. Y'all need to get me back in the algorithm. It's been your boy TGK, man. Appreciate y'all. Until the next time.